Let's talk about dating apps from a digital communication standpoint. Hello, what's up YouTube? What's up Twitch? My name is Dan. If this is your first time here, I'd like to talk about the polyglot journey, digital communication, and anything related. All right, so I was just explaining here on Twitch before I switched scenes. I'm gonna talk about dating apps from a digital communication standpoint. Now, like I was saying, you can go on Google, you can go on YouTube, type dating apps. You're gonna find plenty of content that talk about dating apps, plenty of videos as well. Usually these videos focus on how to leverage dating apps to actually get more dates, which is the purpose of these things, right? One could argue otherwise, but let's just go with that. What I'm gonna talk about here, if you've been following along the digital communication series, we're in an age where technology is booming, probably at a faster rate than ever before. So technology is evolving, and as it moves, we also move to catch up to it, to understand why are we using these tools, how beneficial are they, and most importantly, are these tools actually helping us communicate with each other? I got 3 talking points for this topic, dating apps. The first one is the algorithm. The second one is economics. And the last one is digital to IRL. IRL, by the way, stands for in real life. Okay, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. The algorithm. So ever since TikTok became super popular, I mean, even before TikTok became popular, but I would say even after TikTok became popular, the word algorithm has been used so much more, especially referring to being able to use or hack the TikTok algorithm to increase your views, to get more people to see you, exposure. Now, you read about dating apps, you check them out, and you'll see that in dating apps, there is also an algorithm. All right, I'm sure y'all know about Tinder, Bumble, Facebook dating. Those are some of the common or more popular dating apps, plenty of other ones as well. I'm not going to talk about those mechanics right now. So how does the app know who to show you to? There are so many profiles internationally. I don't have the numbers on the top of my head, but you got to think that when you open this app and you see a profile, you are looking at someone's profile and someone is looking at your profile. Maybe not at the same time, but imagine, how does this app actually manage to show your profile to the people around you? It's not as easy or as straightforward as it seems. And I looked into this. They use something, or rather, at least they used to use something called an ELO score. I didn't really read too much into it, but apparently Tinder has something different than the traditional ELO score, but it's something that's closely related. So these are things in our phones that don't see us, they don't know us, they only know what we upload, what we share with the app. And then from there, big data, all the things that combine together, clusters of information from many demographics to pretty much get a picture of what's hot and what's not. That's what it really boils down to, right? What's hot and what's not, who's hot and who's not. Not going to get too much into that right now, but the algorithm is there, and for the most part, we can use an app, and all we have to do after uploading our photos, typing in a profile, is swipe left, swipe right. But then from there, the robot takes over, the AI takes over, and I think it's interesting to understand how that works, as complicated as it may seem. All right. Second talking point, the economics. Now this, I heard about this in a YouTube video, the economics of dating apps. And what that really boils down to, how I understood it at least, is who is using these apps, what's going on. I remember when Tinder first came out, it was, at that time, it seemed like it had a different dynamic than it does now. Meaning, like, it was still about meeting people, but at that time I felt like people used it differently. Anyway, Ever since then, a lot of other apps have come out, and there have been scandals, right? There have been, I guess one could even say Tinder has lots of fake profiles, people that create profiles just so they can talk to people to maybe solicit them something, to sell them stuff. Who knows? It goes away from the real purpose of saying, hey, I want to meet another person for romantic reasons or maybe just to socialize. That's another topic that I might want to get into. The people that are actually on Tinder or on these dating apps, are they really using it to date, or are they using it just for fun or just to get more Instagram followers? That's another topic. So the main thing about the economics is depending on which app you are using. For example, Tinder, they say that the majority of the users are men. So what is it like, about a 70 to 30? 70% male, 30% female, something like that. So one would think when you look at an app, you would think, all right, I'm going to meet people. It's not like as if you walk into a mall or you just arrive to a new city and you say, hey, you know what? I'm going to hit the town and I'm going to go down the strip, or I'm going to go to the plaza and I'm just going to see who's here. And you see people walking around. You get a gauge for who's around you. You get a gauge for what kind of people are in the city at the time. That's not the case with these dating apps, because you see only one profile at a time. You see them in a queue, you see them in a line, and all you can see is what's in front of you. And who knows how long that line is? Who knows who's coming up next? So that's another thing to really understand is the economics, the playing field, if you will. All right, y'all, now let's go ahead and go to the last talking point. This is, I think, the big talking point for this discussion tonight. Digital to IRL. At the end of the day, we go on these apps so we can do something that we've always done long before these apps, which is to go in front of a person, to look at them, to say hi, and then for them to say hi back, and then have an interaction, talk, maybe go for a walk somewhere. You guys catch my drift. And right now in this moment, I'm thinking about language learning. This is the same thing that I say in my polyglot journey videos is, at the end of the day, you're using these apps to learn languages, you're taking these courses, you're hiring these tutors. So at the end of the day, you can walk up to someone and greet them in another language. Hi, hola, ni hao, sawadee krap, guten tag, guten nacht, ciao. Boa tarde. Of course, not just stop with the greeting, you want more. I feel like there's a relation between these dating apps and being able to connect with real people. Because I think for the most part, we open these apps, we see these profiles, and we think, hey, it would be cool if this person that I matched with, or maybe you haven't matched with the person, to say, hey, I'd like to actually sit down with this person and have a coffee. Be pretty good, right? Be pretty interesting. And to think that there have been other social networks that aren't meant for dating, which have led to that. Anybody remember MySpace? Anybody remember Facebook when it first came out? These digital tools help facilitate interaction, real life interaction. However, if you guys have checked out any of these videos, any of these articles, it seems that these dating apps try to keep you on the app as opposed to getting you out there talking with real people. So that's the topic for tonight. Thank you for checking out the video. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're digging these Polyglot Journey digital communication videos. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Tight while I finish this. All right, let me go. All right, let me switch scenes right here. Let's go. And why am I talking about dating apps? It's because, hey, I recently just started firing up the old dating apps. Yep, that's right.